Hey folks, John from Complete Technology Solutions, your friend in the computer business. I got a cool one today. So look in front of me. Everybody see all this trash here? Hopefully Stumpy's picking it up. It's a bunch of garbage here, right? So we want to find out what all this has in common. That's what we're going to do on this video. So we got a couple old film canisters here. We got a failed 3D print. Yep. Got a little piece of bubble wrap. What in the world would you be doing with that, right? Got a bill. Okay, it's not really a bill. It's just an envelope, but pretty cool. This is actually one of the old spindles from the 3D printer for the filament. Got one of these over here. We got us an old cup. This started to look like garbage, right? What are we doing with all this garbage? And finally, we've got one of these red bins that you store stuff in, all right? So what we're going to do today actually involves all of this stuff, strangely enough. What is it, you ask? Well, let's start by opening up this. Hang tight. All right, guys, back with you. Now, I got to tell you, I've been very excited about this video. Let's go ahead and unbox this and let's see what's in it. I know you guys are probably going, what are we watching here? We got a whole pile of trash to work with. Well, let's take a look and see, shall we? Now, it says this came from Korea, strangely enough. I ordered this about a month ago, and it just came in. It took about a month to get here. So that's pretty much average for any of that stuff you order overseas, if any of you guys do. All right, so let's crack open this box, and let's see what we got in here. Now, I'm going to try to show Stumpy this as we go. Ooh. Ooh. All right. Box is empty. We got a really nice metal case. Check that out, guys. Yeah, nice and high quality aluminum. All right, let's crack this thing open and let's see what's in here. What do you think? All right. Woo! All right, guys. So, take out the instruction sheet. Now, any of you guys read whatever language that is? Oh, look, there's some language back here. All right, so this is what we're looking for, guys. Check this out. This is an Optic Watts laser. Now, from what I understand, this is actually called a burn laser. It's designed to actually burn through objects. Wait. Are you starting to see what we're going to do with the trash down there? I bet you are. All right, so let's take a look at what we got in here. Looks like this kind of got scrambled up quite a bit in the shipping. These look like the diffuser ends for the laser to give you different designs and patterns up on the wall. And check that out. That's pretty cool. We'll get to those. Yeah, they got little discombobulated. It's got an interesting smell to this, too. It kind of... I know this is going to sound stupid, kind of like a burnt wood smell. And I know there's no burnt wood, obviously, but that's kind of what it smells like. Set of protective goggles. Now, all right, these are actually really cheap, I can tell that. But word of warning, guys, and I got to tell you, before we go too far with testing and all this, this is not a toy. This is not like a regular laser pointer you're going to go down and buy at Walmart. These things are legitimately dangerous if you're not careful with them. So please, when you see anything I'm doing in the videos here, don't try to repeat it. Just know that this is the real deal. This is not a toy. All right? All right, so got the battery holder here. And it looks like this thing takes, let's see here. Looks like it takes 16550 batteries, I believe. And as I recall, I read that they actually shipped this with the battery. Man, that's heavy. That feels like a lightsaber, guys. I mean, seriously. It says here on the spec sheet, I'm going to try to read this as best I can. Yeah, 16340 battery. 450 nanometer wavelength. It looks like the beam dimension is between 500 and 10,000. Startup time is 3 seconds. Operating voltage is 7.4 volts. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward here. It says here, the length of working time must not exceed 5 minutes. If you reach 5 minutes, you must turn it off for 2 minutes. Oh, gotta love this, guys. Whenever you're reading some of these Chinese instructions, they're so funny. Do not, quote, do not whack or drop it. So I guess I'm not supposed to go and whack somebody with it. Do not let dust fall in the light hole. Light hole. We don't want dust in there, okay? Don't ask me about this one. Non-demolition. You make what you can of that. Install battery according to battery positive and negative direction indicated in figure. Okay, well, I can understand that. So let's see. Now, the fact that they're shipped with a battery in it is a little concerning. As you saw, I actually opened this thing up, and the batteries are indeed in it. Looks like they were actually in there the correct direction, too. I don't know if they are charged, so we're going to have to test that and see. Let's see if they actually are charged. And it looks like, ironically, it's kind of backwards from what you would normally think of with a battery, because the spring is down there. Normally that's where the negative terminal would be, but it's exactly the opposite on this one. So let me screw this back together here. All right, and let's see if we get anything at all on the thing. Yeah, see, it's totally dead. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to throw these batteries on the charger, and we'll get some charge on it and see what this bad boy will do. Hang tight. So I went ahead and I put the batteries on the charger. Now, you know, since the batteries were shipped in there, that's obviously going to take quite a while. My guess is probably at least 12 to 24 hours to charge them to full. But I didn't want to wait, so ding! Quick little jump over to CVS, and they actually had the batteries we needed. So I picked up a few of them so we can get some testing done on this thing. So let's go ahead, and I pulled these two out of the packaging already. And let's throw them in here, and let's see what happens with this thing. All right, so I'm going to try to keep Stumpy focused on this thing so you guys can actually see it as we go. And once again, they are dangerous, guys, so you want to be real careful when you're playing around with these lasers. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull out that. All right. And strangely enough, okay, I don't know if Stumpy's going to pick this up. I'm going to try to see if there's a spring down in there. And normally, of course, in America, your negative would go to the spring, but in this particular case, the positive does. I don't quite understand that, but all right, I'm going to throw those in there. And there we go. Pop the batteries in. And once we get them in here, we're going to go ahead and just turn it on briefly to make sure that everything is actually working on it. All right, there we go. Ooh, yes it is. All right, we've got a blue beam. All right, so what I want to do, guys, and I'm going to shoot sort of up here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this from that perspective, but as you can see with Stumpy there, we've got a good, super solid, bright beam, and that thing reflects, so you want to be real careful with it. All right, so I want to get right to some testing. Now, from what I understand, and I've been doing some reading on this, this laser is actually capable of burning up to about 100 feet if you don't put a diffuser on it. So we're going to do a couple of basic tests on some of the close stuff here from, you know, just a few feet away to see if it actually does create enough heat to burn. And then what we'll do is we'll slowly stair-step things out, get a little further away, change out the different substances. We're going to burn some paper. Like all the stuff we brought up here, we're going to try all this stuff and see what burns. So hang tight one sec. I'm going to set us up our little test station here. Hopefully Stumpy is going to catch most of the laser action. And I tell you what I'll actually do is I'll dim the lights in here a little bit too in a little bit. So hopefully you'll be able to see it. It's getting dark outside now. So with any luck, once we get, you know, all the testing done and all that, it'll be dark out there. We've got a big old concrete parking lot out here. So we'll go out here and we'll see what it looks like at night. So hold tight. I'm going to set up our testing station. Okay, guys, so here's what we've got. My bench here is about 5 feet long in front of me. What we're going to do is I've got a backstop box set up here, and it's actually filled with more cardboard so that I have no idea what's going to happen. Hell, nothing might happen. There's no way to know until we get started here. But we got a box here filled with cardboard as our backstop. And what we're going to do is we're going to put different items in front of it just to see if we get enough ignition to go through whatever it is at about 3 feet. And then we'll move on to the next step. So the first thing we're going to start with, let's start with something simple. A little piece of paper. So we're going to give that a shot. All right, so we're going to take our laser here. And first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn it on and point it at that box. And there's the laser. You know what? Before we do that, let's do this legit, guys. We're going to put this on here because I'm telling you, these are bright. I mean, it bounces. By the way, I know these are stylish and I look darn good in them, but no comments down there about that, okay? So now I will tell you one thing, guys. It feels like these were made for very small heads. That's for sure. So, all right, we're going to turn our laser on here. And we're going to put our paper in front of it. And I don't know if we're going to have to change the focal point here. Hang on one second here. All right, so guys, we're not getting, there's no burn on paper, and I think I know why. And I'll explain that to you here in just 1 second. As you can see, I'm even going super, super close with it, and we're still getting no burn on the paper. And Stumpy can probably pick up the laser there. We're getting no burn. Here's why. If Stumpy's picking that up, and I don't know if it's going to, this is a blue light laser, all right? And strangely enough, lasers work on different light frequencies. So if you've got a blue light laser, it's going to burn better through dark substances. At least that's what I've been told. So let's go ahead, let's test that theory. Now, if you'll recall, one of our test things was this little film canister. You guys remember these? And all that is a 35 millimeter film canister, and it's totally empty, all right? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to set our backdrop right there, and I'm going to set this here, and we're going to try to burn right through that. Now, hopefully Stumpy is focused. I can see the camera's watching over here. So keep an eye right here, all right? This is where we're looking. That's where I'm going to shoot. All right, put on your safety glasses. Guys, I'm not joking about the safety stuff. This thing is bright. A minute ago, I fired it just to test it, and it was so bright that, I mean, even a reflection from way far away, it still will dot your eyes. Don't play with this. It's not a toy. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to focus on there. All right, there we go. And we're going to leave it right in that one place for just a second here. And let's see what we get. And I'm seeing smoke. Everybody seeing that? It is burning. Everybody smell it? You guys can't smell it, but I certainly can. And hopefully Stumpy is actually picking it up. It is burning right through that plastic. It is smoking. It has gone through the other side at this point. All right, guys, let's turn this off, see if we can get it up close. Holy cow. All right, Stumpy, picking this up. There's the entrance. There's the exit. It burned right through that. Now, as far as distance, let's try some distance. So I'm going to move this to a further point away. Actually, I'm going to get my lovely assistant to do this for me. Tell you what we're going to do, guys, just so we get a fair test and you know that this is legit. I'm going to use this tan one. Now, I don't know if it'll burn that or not, but what it will burn is that cap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have her set this sideways on a table way over there, and I'm going to actually aim Stumpy at it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to see if that burns. So here you go. If you would please, Nina, set that right on the corner of right there on that table right next to you. Right there. Yeah. All right, guys, and I'm going to aim this camera over at it. Now I'm going to try to zoom this in. Now that is about 15 feet away. We're going to zoom Stumpy in here if we can. Hang on. And that's as far as she's going to zoom. So, all right, so there it is. That's what we're going to be shooting at here, guys. All right, so once again, we're going to put on our safety goggles. Take our, God, I cannot, tell you guys, I cannot get over the weight of this thing. It actually feels like a weapon. I feel like a Luke Skywalker here, I'll tell you. All right, so we're going to aim at that, and here we go. All right, keep an eye on Stumpy, and I will keep an eye on that. So hold on 1 second. Hopefully I can hold this still. We're going to give it a shot. If not, I will brace it on something. I think I'm going to have to brace it on something.
Yeah.
All right, so let me turn that off. Let's bring this case over, and let's see if that's going to be high enough to get it. Hold on 1 second. There we go. And we're going to leave it right on it for a second here and see what happens. All right. And it looks like, if I can hold this still enough, it is actually burning. I am seeing a little smoke. All right. By the way, I know for you guys that are watching on Stumpy there, would love to see me burn that little minion right there. I don't think we'll burn the minion today. Oh yeah, I'm seeing smoke. All right. Okay, I'm going to shut her down. Bring that over here if you would, please. Let's take a look and see what we actually got off of it. Oh, guys, I cannot tell you how cool this is. Check this out. Hey, Stumpy, burn a hole right through it. Wow. All right, so if the question is, will this laser burn? This laser will burn, all right? Now, I want to try something with a little higher melting temperature. Obviously, this stuff is pretty pliable and flexible. So This is actually a spindle. Let me re-angle Stumpy here, as we're going to get back into our regular firing line here. All right, this is an actual spindle from 3D filament on my printers, okay? And Stumpy can see that over there. All right, this stuff is hard. So what I'm going to, like really hard. So I'm going to put that right up against this and try to angle this in a little bit. And we're going to try to burn through that plastic, all right? And what I'll do is I'm going to aim just right up here to the side of that white so we can say, oh, maybe you're right at the top. Let's see what we can get. Let's make sure Stumpy is properly aligned. There we go. All right, here we go. Safety goggles on. All right, firing her up. That's funny, guys. You use this thing, it actually feels like you're using a lightsaber or a phaser or something. And the truth is, these batteries I got, they're not the rechargeables. For all I know, they're not the same voltage or power that you're going to get when you get those other ones going. But, oh, all right, Stumpy's picking up that smoke. I guarantee it. Nina, look at the smoke.
I can see it.
It is cooking right through that thing. All right, guys, this is actually very, very, very impressive. All right. Let's let it go on through there. I want to hit it the other side. Whew, that smells wonderful, let me tell you. But it is burning. That's the whole point of this. All right, let's shut her down. Oh, you know what? That just gave me a heck of an idea. So check this out. It did burn right into it. Right into it. But something that's got me thinking, you could almost, let me see if I can write something with this. This ought to be interesting, guys. Let's see what we can do here. Woo, boy, you can smell that plastic burning, and especially at this range, it cooks quickly. All right. There we go. Now I noticed that it seems like there's a diffusion. And the diffusion means instead of the laser being like a straight beam, it's a little bitty bar of light. Now, I was doing some reading. I am not a laser expert, but I was doing some reading on this, and it turns out that that's pretty normal for lasers, which is why at range, it's hard to keep a solid beam because it's a longer light. Now, you can get lenses that will diffuse that. And here we go. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, guys. Once again, I would highly suggest you never, ever, ever, ever try this without goggles. All right, so check it out. Let's see what we got here. What Stumpy said. Let's see here, Stumpy. I wrote hi. Look at that. Melted that right into that thing. That's pretty cool. All right, the next test we want to do. So we know this will melt. Now, let's check if it's just black that it will melt, because it's obviously going through anything black. And I'd be willing to bet, I've got a piece of foam back here. This is that regular thick black packing foam. And I'll bet you that this would literally carve right through this. Let's take a look and see what it does, shall we? All right, let's just go right that area. Oh, look at that. I mean, instantly started smoking. I'm going to cut a circle. I hope Stumpy's picking that up, guys. That is absolutely insane. Let's see if Stumpy got that. I'm going to bring it up here to show you. Look at that. It instantly cut a circle into it. Instantly. That is amazing. All right, so the advertising is true. We know that it does actually burn. Brown? Let's try brown. Let's see if it'll burn the cardboard. Hold on 1 second here. Now, they say, and I was reading the instructions, that you're never supposed to keep this on for more than 5 minutes. If you do have it on for 5 minutes, you're supposed to shut it down for no less than 2 minutes to let the diode cool down. All right, brown seems to be, wait a minute. Yep, brown seems to be a challenge. Okay, so darker colors, that's what it's looking for. All right, I have a surprise on our next test. Hang on just 1 second. All right, guys, so the next test. we 3D printed this black vase. Now I'm going to go ahead and get Stumpy focused back out here. All right, see this black vase right here? We 3D printed this on our printer. This is just regular PLA plastic. PLA has a melting temperature of 178 degrees on this. And it will literally like deform if you get over 200. We've left stuff in our hot car before and it's just melted. So let's see if it'll go through this. Now first I'm going to try close range, and then I'm going to move it all the way across the room over there. So hang on one second. Let's fire this up. Let's see what she does. All right, got that centered on Stumpy. And let's do it. There goes the smoke. Now, you've probably seen the demos on these things where people are lighting up matches. I have zero doubt this will light matches. This thing is pretty darn solid. All right, so let's turn that off. Bring it up here and show. All right, so as you can see, and actually there's a smell. That burnt a hole right through this thing. And it looks like a laser hole too, straight through it. All right, so what we're going to, and you can see how mushy that stuff is. Really, that's the cool thing about PLA. This gives you a real test of that temperature. So I'm going to move this all the way to the other side of the room. Hang tight. Nina? All right, guys, so we've got the cones set up this direction behind the camera back here, about 25 feet away. Stumpy here is going to have that on video. I've got a table behind it to catch any light that goes through. And hopefully I can hold this one steady enough because I know that it's going to be tough to keep it still. Let's see if I can get a good aim on it here. Hold on. There we go. And see if I can hold it still long enough to give us a burn. And hopefully, as you can see, Stumpy's getting a pretty good shot of that laser. And it is a very, very bright blue laser. All right. And I can see smoke. I don't know if Stumpy is picking that up. All right. Let's turn this off. And Nina, would you be so kind as to grab that for me? Let me know if you see any marks on it. All right, guys. And we're going to bring her back over here. Hang on a second. I'm going to get Stumpy re-angled here. All right. At about 25 feet, it did not actually burn a hole in it. But what it did do is it warmed up the temperature so much on this that it actually glossed the edge of this, and it's mushy. So had I left it on there for another couple of seconds, it would have gone through there, and that's at about 25 feet. So the next thing I want to do is kind of an interesting experiment. I've always wanted to try this. So hang on one sec. We're going to set this one up. Nina? All right, guys, so here's what we're going to do. As you can see, I've set a mirror up here. All right? We've got our target vase over here. Let's make sure Stumpy is catching all of that. Hang on one second. There we go. So there's our mirror. There's our target vase. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot straight for this mirror and see if I can hit that vase and see if reflected light will still give us some burn effect. Hold on one second here. There we go. And there. Let's see what we can get. Mm-mm. All right, guys, so let's check it out. So this, check this out, guys. It burned a second hole right through it. That was bouncing it off of an ancient and what I would consider very disgusting and dirty mirror. Yeah, bouncing it off a mirror. That was pretty quick, too. Pretty cool. All right, so I'm going to dim the lights in the room here for a second. I want to show you a couple of the other cool effects this thing is capable of doing. Now, I'm going to show you down here in the case. One of the things it comes with 5 different lens diffusers, all right? So you can change the things that the lasers are doing. Like right now, we're using it's wide open, all right? So I'm going to cut the lights. Watch this. You're going to get a kick out of this. Here we go. No, I don't own a clapper, but it does kind of sound like it, right? All right. So once again, I'm going to angle Stumpy here. Excuse it is still a little bright out here because it's still kind of daytime, but you'll be able to get an idea of what this thing is capable of doing. So let's just take our first diffuser off of here, and it just screws right into the top of the laser. Then you fire it up, and as you can see, pretty freaking awesome effects. And actually, I believe you can actually, yeah, just spin the laser. See, there you go. That's nice. All right, so let's turn that one off. Let's check the next one. You know, I'm kind of surprised. As much as I've had this on, now, granted, I'm not a laser expert by any means, but it's not getting warm. And I would think that the battery discharging on top of the diode, it would get warm, but I guess these little diffusers down here actually help that quite a bit. So, all right, let's strap in our next. We got 5 of these, so this is our second one to test. Let's screw that in place here. All right, here we go. Okay, that's awesome. I cannot wait to do this one when it's super dark outside. Very, very cool. All right, I'm going to take that one out. And let's try our next one here. All right, here we go. Ooh, it's a lot like the last one, except you got a lot of squares everywhere. That's pretty darn cool right there. And I bet you that camera's just going, quit it! All right. Actually, I'm curious to see what that camera does with that image. We'll see. Okay, we got 2 more to go through here. Here's one. And this polished aluminum is just so nice. I mean, it feels high quality. I cannot get over how high quality this thing feels. All right, let's see what this does. Oh, that's very cool. Like a targeting ring is what that looks like. Yeah, that's awesome. All right. And we got one more to test here. And there's one more thing I want to do. You know, we're talking about these dark colors and the distances they'll burn. I want to go the max distance I can in this room, which is about 50 feet from me out here. And we'll do that here in just 1 second. All right. Oh, that one creates a very long line. Look at that. That's a huge line. Of course, the line, if you can tell, it gets darker near the center where the diffusion is less. So that's actually pretty cool, too. Boy, wouldn't that drive a cat crazy. All right. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and fire up the lights again here in just a second. And I'm going to move this piece of foam that we were burning so easily all the way to the other end of that corner you saw a second ago. So hold on just 1 second here. Let me get the lights on. Pretty good, right? All right, guys. So I'm going to have my assistant move this foam for us, and we're going to put the clean side up. It's got no burns on it. All right? And all the way in that corner is where we're going to shoot. And we'll angle Stumpy down here. All right. All right, guys, so I hold high hopes for this. This ought to be real interesting. I'm going to try to draw a smiley face. The problem is that my vision is not 20/20, and since I have to wear these, it's going to be real interesting to see what I get out of this. So, no laughing for sure. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can at least get something going here. And at this distance, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to see what I'm burning, but we're going to see what it does. All right. Like I said, I don't even know if it's burning because I can't see anything. There we go. I think that's a circle. And we'll put an eye right here. And we'll put an eye right here. And we'll put a smile. All right, let's bring that up here and see what it looks like. Hang on 1 second. This is actually pretty damn cool. All right, guys, so check this out. I'm going to see if I can get Stumpy to see this thing. All right. Yeah, I know, I'm no artist. But hey, it's a laser burning from 50 feet away with a pretty darn cool toy. I got to tell you, this thing is great. I have no doubt that this would light matches. I have no doubt that if you were burning anything dark, it's going to burn it. I've tried the hardest stuff that I've got, In fact, I've been looking for something that's harder. I have an idea. Hang on one second. All right, so check this out. So I've got this old dead Radioshack transmitter. It's totally toast, but once again, pretty solid plastic, and it happens to be black. So let's move Stumpy into position here. Let's see what we can get off of this thing. I'm really curious to see what it'll do, because this is some pretty hard stuff here. All right, so we're going to move the power cable out of the way. I will tell you guys, this is actually my first experience with a burning laser. You know, everybody and their brother has had those little cheesy ones that you know, run your cat around the house with or whatever, that runs off little watch batteries. This is the real deal, though. This is not anything like that. So, all right, I'm going to try, and I'm going to angle this time so we can get a good view on Stumpy as I am cooking Radioshack. Yeah, you got to love that. All right, let me get the better view here for you. There we go. All right, here we go. Say goodnight to Radioshack. Of course, I think everybody already pretty much did that, right? All right, we're going to try right underneath it here. Instant smoke, guys. Don't you love the smell of burning plastic in the morning? All right, guys. There's zero doubt that just burnt right into that plastic. That is pretty cool. Ooh, warm too. Yeah, that's a pretty awesome thing there, guys. I'm going to put a link to this company down in my description down there. I actually, when I saw this on Facebook, this is one of those Facebook feed things that you see and you kind of go, it's probably like garbage, or it doesn't work, or you never get it, or it's a scam, or whatever. I'm going to put a link directly to their website down here in my description field. This is pretty impressive. It really is. So, hang on one second here. And this is what you get in the kit. The only thing you're missing in this kit right now is obviously the batteries, which are charging back here, and the actual charger itself. So, and who knows? The truth is, with the other batteries, they may be more powerful than the ones I could pick up over at CVS. So this may do even more than what I've seen so far. And that's pretty impressive. Yeah. So give me a sec. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to give it a little bit longer to get darker outside, and then we'll take it outside and we'll shoot across the parking lot here at like just to see how bright it is in the dark. So hang tight. Be right back with you. Okay, guys. So I moved Stumpy in here. The audio might be a little bit different. And I brought our laser, which you probably can't see. What you're seeing is a super, super, super dark, big building. All right, so we're going to fire the laser just to see what it looks like in the dark here. Holy quacka, that's awesome. Wow. And you can see how bright that thing actually is. Okay, that is officially super, super cool. I'm going to see if I can pan Stumpy here. I'm holding it, so excuse the shakiness here. But I want you to get a look at that beam. Look at that. That is so awesome. All right, so let's try a couple of these attachments now that we've got some darkness to play with. And you can see that is just crazy bright out there. I mean, that would go forever, it seems like. All right, hang on one sec. Let's change out one of these little heads here. And I do not remember which one each of these is, so we're going to be testing it. Excuse the air conditioner sound in the back, guys. It just kicked on. All right. Oh, there's that circle one. Oh, okay. Check it out. I'm going to get Stumpy up here. Let's concentric pattern there. That is really, really cool. All right. Let's check the next one. Yeah, I could play with this thing all night. In fact, I probably will. All right, let's put this one in. See what this one does. Oh, this is that straight line. Look at that. That line is actually a semicircle. It is huge. And you can see, guys, how it lights up this room. You could literally use this as a flashlight in here. I mean, look at that. That's coming off of this laser. Holy cow. All right, let's put on the next one, see what it does. All right, here we go. Oh, now that is a lot of sparkles. Let's see if I can get Stumpy up here. Check that out. Very, very, very cool. And once again, guys, look at this. You know what that reminds me of? There was a movie one time about ghosts, and basically what it had was a camera shot of an Xbox 360, the Kinect controller, and it created all the little dots all over everything, and that is actually exactly what that looks like. That's pretty cool. All right, we got two more to look at here. I tell you, I still smell that from that felt. It smells, or the foam that's in there. It still smells like burnt wood. It's really weird. All right, let's fire this one up. Okay, that's awesome. Check this out, guys. So it creates a center beam, which you can actually see the beam there, but then it breaks off into several different beams along with a really funky shape and design in there. I have no idea what that is. Looks kind of like a skull, but I'm pretty sure it's not. That's pretty cool. All right, let's check our last one. And let's see what this one does. And I know you can actually get other ones for these. It's a pretty standard head. Let's see what this one does. Whoa, okay, this one lights up the whole area with little dots. And actually a whole lot more little dots. You can actually see that. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let's turn around a little disco here. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so, and you know, for me, I'll tell you, I'm going to take this last one off here and just turn on the regular laser. That beam is absolutely, I'm going to see if I can aim Stumpy right down this thing so you can see what I'm seeing. Look at that. That is so amazing. Once again, guys, even though we're in the dark, I am wearing eye protection because, as you can see, it tends to reflect off stuff because it's so bright. Holy cow. Yeah, that's impressive. I did not know what to expect when I got this, so I'm pleasantly surprised at what we did get. Okay, guys, so let me tell you something about this. When I started this, and I bought this about a month ago, honestly, I did not know what to expect. The company that I bought this from, which is called Optic Watts, is not a sponsor of mine. I have zero interest in their company. It's just that when this came across, of course, you see those super flashy videos doing all kinds of neat stuff, and there's just no possible way it could possibly do that. I was incredibly pleasantly surprised. It does exactly what they say it does on the video, and that is using those batteries from CVS. Once these things charge, I have a feeling this will even be more powerful than that. I'm going to tell you, this is not a toy, guys. This is not a toy. It's extremely powerful. We were out there in the a minute ago in the dark in the building, and at the end of it, I thought, well, this will just be an interesting test. So I took our black vase and I put it at the end of the building. So you're talking 150 feet, and it burned a hole through right through the vase. So, and that was at 150 feet in pure blackness. So it's not a toy. It really, really is cool. I could see this being something going to your survival kit. It really would be neat to start fires if you had to, or hell, if you put on the attachment, it could even act as a flashlight. I mean, it really is that neat. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. Number one, for my YouTube fans out there, this was totally for you guys, something right down the alley of tech and geek. And the other reason is for the Facebook people out there. I know that you guys, when you're just like me, when you see this stuff come up on Facebook, it's kind of iffy, and you don't know whether you're going to like it or not, or if it's even going to work. I wanted to do that for you guys as well. And actually, I've got a couple other videos, if you go down through my playlist down there, of the Facebook items doing the exact same thing, like a little soldering gun and a couple other things that you see scrolling all the time. So I will continue doing these videos because it helps you guys out. It helps me out. We all get a good cut of this, so it works out real well. Out there to Optic Watts, guys, it's a great laser. It works fantastic. I would work on your packaging a little bit because when I got it, everything was jumbled in the box. On top of that, they left the batteries in the laser when they shipped it, and they left it on. So that is a problem because when, well, obviously that might be a little of what I'm smelling because you can actually see that in the pad here that it had burnt out a little edge of that. And my guess is that's what that smell was. So you might want to let them know about that. Aside from that, once I put the new batteries in there, this thing worked flawlessly from that point forward. I don't know about the other ones. You know how this is. It'll probably take 12 to 15 hours to charge. So, you know, if they don't charge or there's a problem, I'll probably do a follow-up. I'll let you guys know. If we don't do a follow-up, it means that they worked. So that's good. Little bonus footage for you guys. So if you look over here, I've got some balloons set up about 25 feet away. And I put the batteries that actually came with the laser. It took them about 15 hours to charge. And I put them into the laser. So let's see if we can pop those balloons over there. All right, I'm going to focus on those balloons. We're going to turn on our laser, and let's see if I can beam this sucker in here. Maybe the color. There you go, guys. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. So we're going to thumbs up them. We certainly are. It's going to be a good purchase, whoever gets one. Hang tight. But all right, guys, well, listen, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe down there. It helps me out quite a bit. And I've got the new Patreon page up. It's down here also. So if you want to help me out there, that'd be great. And I've got something really cool coming for the next video. It's something I've never done before. So hopefully you'll get a kick out of it. Thanks again, guys, and have a great weekend. We'll see you soon.